And good morning, my love muffins. I did not ring my bell for the simple fact my nephew, Taylor, like when he gets stressed during his homework, he likes to take my bell and he likes to ring it. And yesterday he was having some issues and he was like, "Auntie, can I use your bell?" And I'm like, "Go ahead, Taylor." And now I don't know where he placed it. So we're going back to old school. Good morning, my love muffins. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on what time you are seeing this video on this beautiful Friday, honey. October the 5th. I keep wanting to say August. October the 5th, 2018. However, whenever you see this video, that is when it's meant for you. There are no timelines in the spirit realm, and this is truly true today. This is a timeless video, all right? Timeless video. I hope that you have grounded and meditated, all right, before your little feet hit that bed. Set the intent that today is going to be beautiful, all right? Said some affirmations about yourself, about your life. I always love to say that I am happy and thankful that I now love myself, know myself, and accept myself wholeheartedly. I love to say that to myself, and I also love to say that all things are working for my good, all right? Another one that I love to say is, I am happy and thankful that all is well and I am safe. I love that one. Today, I definitely made sure that I did some yoga, all right? I did like some yoga. I just laid in my bed. My lower back was hurting. I did some bed yoga. Then I was like, you know what? Nope, I'm going to get up and I'm going to do some yoga. And that was just the best decision of the world for me right now, guys. So I hope that you have done something that is definitely going to help you get through today, clear out your mind, make sure you ground yourself, because, you know, today is a very eventful day, all right? Whether it is physically, all right, but definitely internally. It's definitely, your wheels are going in your mind, just thinking about a lot of things. So before you make some important decisions today concerning your life, or you have been in some indecision around some decisions that you definitely need to make concerning yourself, I would like you to consider the spiritual message that Spirit has given me to lay today. And I was kind of like, Spirit, are you sure that we need to make this a daily guidance? This sounds like this needs to have its own like genre, maybe like a channeled message or something. But I was directed by Spirit to go ahead and place it in a daily guidance. And I'm just like, well, maybe, you know, everybody's not going to identify with this. And y'all, literally, I'm doing this with Spirit now. And Spirit was like, you know, nothing is what it seems. All right. Nothing is what it seems. And I'll be the first to say, I know that I have damn sure made it in a lot of areas, in advance in a lot of areas in my life. But there are still some ones that, you know, that I'm getting by, working through, you know, and figuring this thing out on. So I just want to encourage everyone on this beautiful Friday to be tender with yourself, all right? Look in that mirror and let yourself know that you are so happy to be doing life with you. I looked in that mirror and I had a conversation with my love muffin, which is me, because it's some things that I have been, quote unquote, so busy doing that I have put off to the side. So I just made a promise to her that today is the day that we're going to start doing those things that she truly likes and truly makes her happy. Because I love to work out, but I've been so busy just pulling myself that I have not been in the gym, you know, even with eating right, even with doing these things. I'm still losing the weight, but I love to work out, you know. I love to get on that treadmill, crank that thing up to like 4.8 and hit it, like run, like that's my thing to do. And I just looked at her and I said, baby, don't worry. We're going to do that today. We're going to, you know, get you back in there. I love the gym. That's what I do. So I feel as though it's definitely a day to do something with yourself. It might not be the gym, okay? It might be like going to the movies or doing something that you like, painting, you know, pulling out your canvas, you know, reading that book. That's also the thing that I, you know, brought brought back to Latoria, because not my smut books, but I love my historical romance, because they have a little smut in there too. But I started to read my romantic, what is that? Yeah, historical romance novels again, you know. And sometimes it's not even busy in a bad way. Like, you know, like I'm doing it out of a negative way. I just get busy. But you got to make that time for yourself. Make that time for yourself. Have that intimate moment with yourself. It's always good. Like I told you, the first important relationship that you have, all right, is the one with you and you, okay? So definitely make sure that you're pouring the time into yourself, all right? So my love muffins, I hope that you have done that today. I hope that you looked in the mirror, you know, and if you haven't, pause this video. And if you can't find a mirror, just pause this video and just let yourself know that you love you. I love you. You know, love on yourself, hug on yourself. I'm telling you, it's just amazing the amount of growth that I have seen in me and Latoria's relationship. Latoria is my government name, honey. Latoria is my government name. So it's just amazing how I've seen me and myself's relationship just grow with just so much love, just so much abundance, just so much appreciation for each other. It's astonishing. So definitely want to make sure that you are putting the time in with yourself, all right? We know that it's Friday, honey, so there will not be a daily guidance this weekend, but guess what will be coming? The monthlies, yes. So you will be getting your monthlies for the month of October, all right? So we're just going to get into it. I just hope that you are kind of like chill, or you're on your lunch break, or you just like popped away. Like you can get you like a warm beverage, honey. Grab you some tea, grab you some water. You know, let's just really go there. I love to have tea when I'm going there because, yeah, we're about to go there. Needless to say. Dang it, dang it, dang it. There is a poem that I have in my book, A Mended Heart. It's called Tell Me a Story, all right? And I thought I printed it out, but I didn't print it out, guys. So I have to save it for another day. But this poem is very interesting because unknown to me for a period of time before I really realized what a subconscious mind and a conscious mind is. A conscious is me and you talking right now, but as we know, our subconscious mind is always going and it picks up on everything. It never stops going when you're asleep, all right, when you're awake. It's always running. It's always collecting data, honey. Data, same thing, whatever. It's always collecting things, okay? It hears when people are talking to you, when parents are talking to you from the time that you were little. You know, you've been collecting data, and this data has been how you have been running your life behind that data, okay? That's why when I first became woke, awaken to spirituality, me and a person was definitely having a conversation about this, okay, that it was just so much stuff that I just was oblivious to. I was like, wow, just it all made sense in a sense, okay? So I don't know if whoever is stumbling upon this is experiencing a spiritual awakening, okay, or you've already experienced a spiritual awakening. However, Spirit definitely wanted me to touch some bases, okay, some bases. And even as I'm saying this, I feel as though someone has been a little nervous to go here, go there. But anywho, all right, I realized that when I became awoken, that there were a lot of things that I was taught subconsciously and consciously that were not really beneficial, okay? It's not right or wrong, okay? I don't look at things like that. I don't see Christianity. I don't see religion. I don't see different things that I don't partake in wrong. It just wasn't right for me. And what happened is I was trying to condition myself to a certain way that people believe that I should live my life, okay? So I was living my life that way, but it wasn't beneficial to me, all right? It wasn't beneficial to me. And the way that I was brought up was, what I know about is religion. And I was brought up in Christianity. Can I even say it right now? Anyways, and I was taught, what was it? There, point blank period. Right, wrong, black, white, hot, cold. There's no in between. There's no, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was just really raised in a way. And not necessarily saying that you were raised that way, but there are some things in you, okay? Because we all desire certain things. We desire certain relationships and love. We desire certain advancements in a career. We desire to launch a business. Hello, guided intuition. Like, it took me some rerouting my mind concerning my belief about money and how I just couldn't make money just doing what I loved. I had to work hard, you know. We've been over this countless of times, okay? But take it out of that. Even the way how you deal with people was taught to you. Ooh, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. Even the way that you like to have certain things and try to control everything and da 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 da. It stems from something that was programmed in you subconsciously or consciously. Okay. And Spirit is just really giving the message today that there is something that you are doing, and we're going to get there, that is closing off you from getting the desires or the results that you desire to see. All right. If you desire an increase in your finances, if you desire a love, you know, that is truly a reflection of you that I talk about in my peek at your future partner, because that person is yours. It's just about this on this path to getting there. And I also feel as though someone is just very judgmental and very criticizing to their self. Okay. And y'all know self-love, self-worth, and self-acceptance. You got to let that go. It's time for you to part that way. I know that maybe you were shown that down generational, your parents, their parents, somebody, grandma, sissy, auntie, you know, did that to you. But however, it's time to go away from that. I just feel like you're very judgmental about yourself, which makes you scrutinize, criticize, and even like, because, you know, a perfectionist. In me, let me tell you how I had to like calm that shit down, because I literally was in the hospital because it was stressing me out. Like, there could not be a crumb. There could not be a crumb in sight. There could not be a piece of dust on the toilet bowl. Like, I would go crazy to the point that I was cleaning so much I sprung my ankle. Like, for real. Dead serious. Like, I would wipe a table and there's nothing to wipe. But it was what I was shown subconsciously. Like, I believe that cleanliness is the closeness to godliness, whatever that saying is. I can't even say it. But I'm not saying that it's not wrong for me to clean, but just the way that I was doing it and why I cleaned, it was unhealthy. You get what I'm saying? Like, it was unhealthy. Girl, calm down, you know? So I just feel like someone is very judgmental or critical of their self. And if you're wondering why you can't, you know, get to where you are, you have to let that go. There is no right. There is no wrong. There is just what's for you and what's not, baby. All right. There's no right. There's no wrong. Like, when you, and I know logically that defines things. Okay. That doesn't make any sense, because logically we're taught there's a right, there's a wrong. Look at it from, you know, I'm not gay, but I have a lot of loved ones that, you know, are gay. And I could never understand that, you know, and people used to try to come at me. I have poems days. I have poetry, spoken word pieces for days. I just never seen it that way. I just never felt that they were wrong, even though that was implanted in me. And it is just something in me that always bucked up against it, you know. But I feel as though Spirit is asking you to us, all right, to stop seeing things black and white, okay, and to live in color. It's time to stop seeing things black and white and live in color. Like, for real. you know, I've always heard this. This was really said to me the other day that, you know, you can't be lukewarm, you know, when it comes to God. You're either hot or cold. But my thing is, have you ever tried to eat something where it was steamy fucking hot? Did you get it down? And if you got it down, didn't it burn your tongue? You know, so you can call me lukewarm. I mean, what the world, you know, it's just these things that we were taught. And someone was taught something, and Daddy, you know, I call God Daddy. I had father issues a long time ago, so I've just always referred to Daddy as God. Is letting you know that it's time to release some things that you were taught, all right, concerning the world is black and white, because it's not. It's truly colorful. And when you stop looking at things, when you stop conditioning, because that's a condition, you know, I realized that to unconditional, okay, we always talking about loving unconditional, but if someone hurts you, I will even be honest with you, there is a certain, I am getting better at loving unconditional. However, I do still love a condition, because put it this way, think about this. If someone done you wrong and someone did you something, you know, like, I love you, but your ass ain't coming around here. That's love a condition. And to a certain extent, people say that's wrong. I feel that's okay. However, when it comes to the things that you desire to see in your life and yourself, all right, and even like for people and humanity, we gotta try to get to that point where it's unconditional, all right? Because in unconditional, when it's unconditioned, that is when you take the limits off and you open a whole realm and a whole world, all right? Instead of this black and white one, all right? And even when I'm saying that, I just feel like it's very hard. Like, someone gonna be like, Tori, thumbs down on this. I don't want to hear this shit, you know? But I'm just telling you, you've asked, how can you get to a certain place? And this is that answer. So we're definitely going to pull over these cards, and we're going to see. And just, even if there's nothing that you know, this is really not your situation, I'm pretty sure that you can pull from this, and you can attest to this, you know. So we're going to see what the message is today that Spirit definitely wants us to go through, okay? These are the three main things that Spirit wants to talk about. And right here at the bottom is what it's blocking and what's going on. It's to give you some more in-depth in this, okay? Now, the first card is morality, all right? I'm not going to play with y'all. I want to read this to you. So let's bear with me, okay? It says morality has restricted all the juice and energy of life to the narrow confines of her mind. It can't flow there. So she really has become a dried up old prune. Okay? Her whole manner is very proper and stiff and strife. And she is always ready to see every situation as black and white, like the jewels she wears around her neck. Okay? The Queen of Clouds lurks in the minds of us all who have been brought up with rigid ideas of good and bad, sinful and virtue, acceptable and unacceptable, moral and immoral. It's important to remember that all these judgments of the mind are just products of our conditioning. And whether our judgments are applied to ourselves or others, they keep us from experiencing the beauty and godliness that lives within. Only when we break through the cage of our conditioning and reach the truth of our hearts can we begin to see life as it really is. All right. And for me, that is life for you. What is important to you? Because it wasn't until I took the blinders off of my eyes, all right, and realized that it's not that that's wrong, because for a long time I felt that shit was wrong and they're enslaving people. Don't tell me, because I've been there. That's my projective on it. But I realized it's not that it was wrong. What made it judgmental is when I tried to make it my reality. So my question is, what are you trying to make your reality that does not feel good to you? Abraham talks about it all the time about the vortex, looking at what makes you happy versus turning yourself away and looking at something else. And then you wonder why you have these feelings, because it's not true to you. It's not being authentic to you. And that's what we came down here to experience. Be authentic to our truest selves and what's at our cores. Not what's at my mother's cores, not what's at my father's cores, not what is at my husband's cores or boyfriend core of them, not my sisters, but me. What is true and just to Latoria, and I feel as though someone has been conditioned, someone has been taught a way to be, and that's just not you, but you're having a conflict of breaking free. It's simply a decision and a choice. Simply, that relationship isn't serving you. That person isn't truly there for you. This job situation is not ideal for you. No, you don't have to be there because you have bills. You find another way to pay your bills. Point blank, period. It's a lie that you've been conditioned to believe. And that's something that we definitely want to ask ourselves. What lie have you been conditioned to believe, and you've been living your life this whole time, your whole existence like this? I love this card because she's on a green, leafy, vibrant plant, naked, okay? Wishing on a star, that's how I feel. But I wanted to read this to you. Like, this book's so deep. Like, these cards are so deep. Like, I just can't just put it off. Like, I got to read it. Like, these things are, like, really liberating and life-changing, okay? It says, you are not accidental. Existence needs you. Without you, something will be missing in existence and nobody can replace it. That's what gives you dignity. That the whole existence will miss you. The star and the sun and the moons and the trees and the bird and the earth. Everything in the universe will fill a small place is vacant, which cannot be filled by anybody except you. This gives you a tremendous joy of fulfillment that you are related to existence and existence cares for you. Once you are clean and clear, you can see tremendous love falling onto you from all dimensions. But you got to get clean and clear. All right? Like I said, what belief have you been conditioned to believe that truly is not a reflection and line up with what's best for you, It says, this naked figure sits on a lotus leaf of perfection, glazing at the beauty of the night sky. Let me hold this for you guys. Can you see that? Okay. She knows that home is not a physical place in the outside world, but an inner quality of relaxation and acceptance. The stars, the rocks, the trees, the flowers, fish, and birds all are our brothers and sisters in this dance of life. We human beings tend to forget this as we pursue our own private agendas and believe we must fight to get what we need. But ultimately, our sense of separation is just an illusion, all right? Manufactured by the narrow preoccupation of the mind. It's time for you to come out of the mind. It's time for you to color, honey. It's time for you to see past black and white. All right. It's definitely, and also being like this, okay? Seeing only black and white, seeing so narrow, okay? Like there's a place there was a Bible scripture that was read to me there, the gate to hell is wide and the gate to heaven is narrow. That never made any sense to me because I feel as though we're all, this is how I was thinking. Even at now, I'm like, how does that make any sense? Because we are all God's beautiful creatures. He created every single one of us. Why would he, make it really small for his children to get through? I just didn't understand that. And I know like the typical, well, no, that means you got to do this, you got to do that. No, bogus for me, and when I really took that condition off of my mind, when I really started to live true and just and honest for Latoria, there are so many. I know why I get a lot of emails, okay, from my beautiful Christian brothers and sisters that, you know, come say they've never had a reading, then they come to me. I know what my common goal and is for me to be my authentic self and show my life and expose my truth and beauty, so that way in turn you can expose yours. Because I feel as though someone has definitely been awakened, definitely been called deeper into spirituality, but I feel as though it doesn't match what people have been telling you. It's not that they're wrong, it's just not for you, all right? And also, I'm just getting, when you strip this away, all that need for control, to control a situation, to control an outcome, because honestly, sometimes with control, we get so judgmental. You're not doing it right. And I feel like this is even towards yourself. You're not doing it right. You have to do it this way. And Spirit is just saying, in order to just let go of this control, okay, let go of the morality of right and wrong, black and white, and start existing and follow the desires of your heart, because they were placed there for a reason, okay? All right. I just feel like when you come out of mortality, all right? I hope I'm saying that word right. All right. I feel as though the things that you have been asking for concerning your foundation, all right, are definitely going to be coming in. But this is the block for whatever foundation, because whatever Spirit, God, you have talked about, it definitely wants to come in, okay? But the foundation is not set. So I'm feeling like this is even a job or relationship, but the foundation that you got some work on the foundation that you definitely need to do. And the first thing that you can start with is changing the way that you see certain things, you know, and realize that everything is not black and white, that it actually is in color, that there is a space called in between of you reaching your goals and reaching your dreams and reaching the desires of your heart. All right. So be easy with yourself. We also have existence. Okay. So I feel as though there are some, so sorry guys, there is, we have the Knight of Stones, which talks about freeing yourself, okay? Freeing yourself, realizing that you matter. I feel like getting out of the 9-to-5 rat race for some people, that definitely is, for you to free your artistical side, for you to free that message in that book that's in you. Like, somebody's waiting on that. Like, it hit me. Like, I got a comment. I'm gonna be so real with y'all. I cried yesterday. I cried at this comment when she was telling me how she just thanks God for me and for finding my channel. And I cried because a part of me, I was so nervous, so scared to start guided intuition. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's really people out here that are truly like, you know, by you being your authentic self, by you being true to you, by you doing what the fuck you want to do and what's on your heart, is really helping them, you know, be their self. So I feel like it's time for you to set yourself free, okay? It's time for you to get out of that rat race, okay? It's time for you to let that, and for some of you, I definitely feel like you're on this journey already. It's just about letting some things fall off from where past believing have gotten you, that even though you don't believe that way, don't worry. Just know that the ecstasy is here. The 5 of Vessels is definitely coming, all right? Now, with the control over here, my love muffins, okay? We got a couple of things, all right? With this, going back to existence, know that you're on a journey, okay? You're not, just be easy with yourself. Don't be so judgmental about what's going on. Know that you're on a journey, all right? Now with the control issues, okay? There are some things that Spirit is asking you, okay, to let go of, all right? To let die, to let be, all right? I feel as though your intuition has been telling you this. This is your way of getting the sun of life. This is your way of grounding yourself, okay? But you're still holding on to some past hurts and some heartaches. And I just feel like it's time for you to get a new story. But in order to get that new story, you have to be able to look at yourself. You have to be able to look at the situation. You have to be able to look in the mirror. But I feel as feels like somebody has been avoiding looking in the mirror. All right. But when you look in the mirror, that's when the rebirth will happen, the great bear, the inner rebirth inside. And that's when happiness will flow down in your life. All right. So I hope that this has helped somebody in some way. I don't want to keep you guys too freaking long. All right. I'm definitely going to get a podcast because I'd be like talking my ass off. But I love you guys. Have a beautiful and an amazing weekend. Have a soulful Friday, honey. You know, I love you. Go out, do something very great and beneficial for yourself. Get some sun, hug a tree for me and you, please. And I love you, and I will catch you on my channel. Take care. Oh, yes. Twin flames readings will be, okay? I think for this weekend, being that I didn't do a twin flame reading, I'm going to do like just a general spread so we can just see like where the twin flame is mentally and just what energy is coming in and what energy is going out. And then we'll resume the weekly what's up with the twin flame the following Monday, okay? So I love you guys. Take care.